y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, your hostess, and today we're in my kitchen because this is Cast Iron Fest hosted by Luann's Kitchen. It is an open collaboration, and I'm going to be making a keto Dutch baby in my cast iron skillet. You will need an 8-inch cast iron skillet. Heat it up in the oven. Preheat your oven to 460 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you're going to reduce your temperature down to 350 degrees when you're ready to bake. So this is a really simple recipe. It came from sweetesthoney.com. I will put the link in the description box below in case you want to try making this yourself. And today we're going to top ours with some jam. I have pulled out some cherry jam, but I also got some sugar-free peach jam. So I don't know which one I'm going to do. I'm up in the air because I love both. But the cherries has sugar in it, so I think I'm going to opt for the peach jam. And we're going to load it down with some good stuff on top when it comes out. This is one of our family's favorites that we like. And it is so delicious. It's got protein and it's got the cheese in it and almond flour, and it's got a little bit of sweetener in it, not a lot. It's got some cinnamon in it. It's got some real butter, but I've also pulled out some olive oil because butter burns in your skillet. So I'm going to do a little bit of olive oil mixed with my butter. Baking soda. And I think I've named off all of the ingredients, but anyway, we're going to get that done, and we're going to blend the eggs, the cream cheese, the butter in the blender, and then we're going to start mixing in the baking powder, the almond flour, the sugar, vanilla, the cinnamon, and we're going to blend that until smooth, and then we're going to pop it in the oven for about 15 minutes. And then we're going to top it with our fruit. Yum, yum. You can use fresh fruit, you can use jams and jellies, and you can make some homemade whipping cream if you like. All right, I have pre-measured out all of my ingredients. First thing I'm going to add to my blender is my 3 large eggs. I'm going to add in my cream cheese. Let me grab a spatula. I always forget something when I'm in the kitchen. So this is cream cheese that was in the freezer, and I defrosted it and had it softening. So there is the cream cheese. We're going to add in our butter, and that is 1½ tablespoons of unsalted butter. And we're going to start our blender. I'm going to go ahead and throw in my 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, we were to blend that for about 15 to 20 seconds on high. Now we're going to add in our baking powder. This is, let me get my measurements, 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Uh, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. 3 tablespoons of sweetener of choice. I'm using monk fruit sweetener. 1 cup of almond flour. We're going to blend this until it is smooth on high. Okay, my skillet is very, very hot. I just pulled it out of the oven. And I'm going to just drizzle a little bit of that olive oil in there. And I'm going to put about a tablespoon of butter, well, about 2 tablespoons of butter in my skillet. Get that melted, and the rest of this is going to be used for the top. And I'm going to leave it on top of my stove so it'll continue to melt. And we're going to get this into that skillet. So I'm going to scrape down the sides. We're going to give this a swirl. Try to get it spread out evenly on our skillet and into the oven. We're baking this at 350 degrees for 10 to 15 minutes. A Dutch baby is a type of pancake, and it is a delicious dessert when it's topped with fresh fruit and whipped cream. And I am opting for some Amish peach jam. And I'm going to open that up in a moment, and we're going to get this on there. But before we do that, we have to butter it when it comes out of the oven. It's going to be so delicious. There's our Dutch baby, and you can take a toothpick and make sure it's done all the way through. And I'm going to brush it with some softened butter because this is keto and it's got almond flour in there. It might need a little extra moisture. Beautiful. Now, a Dutch baby, if you use the old method of Dutch baby, it's going to fluff up in the middle, but that's okay. I did decide I'm going to use the cherry jam too, so my husband will have that side, and my side will be the peach preserves, or peach, whatever you want to call it, peach jam that is no sugar added. So I'm just going to top it off with a little bit of the peaches. And you can use whatever fruit you want. You can do apples, fresh berries, anything that you like. And then this side is going to be, of course, the cherries. Oh, that looks delicious. Let me bring you down closer. Dutch baby. Yum, yum. In the tum-tum. This will make an excellent dessert. My half, of course, is low carb. His is low carb as well, but it does have a little bit more sugar because of the jam. The cherry jam actually has sugar in it. So let me pull this back. Yummy. So I'm just going to cut this and get me a little piece out. Dutch, baby. Let's see how good this is. Mmm. Diabetic friendly, low carb, keto friendly, and so delicious. You'll never miss those carbs, I guarantee. And it was cooked in cast iron. Cast Iron Fest, hosted by Luann's Kitchen. Official playlist will be below the video. Y'all go check it out. Here's some content I think you might like. Thank you for visiting our homestead. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hype, and share to help our small channel grow. See you next time for more simple living, frugal tips, and farmyard fun.